am finishing up work here. Some of you might have seen in our videos back in the fall or into summer, we had replaced our well to our house. Salt water, we haven't lost water. We just didn't have any pressure. So we replaced the pump a couple times. One time the wire was frayed or something. Luckily we had warranty, so they switched it out. We replaced the bladder and we replaced the point box. And we've been steadily able to have water, just not a lot of pressure, for the past few months. Well, today we woke up, didn't have no water. And CJ's a little bit of diva about his showers, so that's a no-go. So he called around, checked around with some people, and they gave him some advice to do some things himself. Now back in December when we replaced the pump the second or third time, I was consulting with my father, who's pretty savvy, and he says, just fire a shotgun down it. It'll bust whatever's down there up. And I told CJ that, and he's like, He's like, no way. And me being his wife, not wanting my husband to die, I was like, I don't know if that's such a good idea or not. So CJ called me after getting advice from these well people today, and guess what I'm headed home to do? We're gonna fire a shotgun down our well to bust everything up. And if that doesn't work, we're gonna try 2 other methods. And if those methods doesn't work, then we're gonna have to bite the bullet and purchase a new well system. So let's hope one of these do work. So he just pulled the pump. Again, this is the 4th time within 6 months. So what was the 3 suggestions and who had them?
Dave's Well Service.
Where's he out of?
Yep. 40 plus years in business though. So he's around here somewhere. So pretty much we need a well, and his suggestions were
Well, we have a well.
Yeah, need a new one. To take the most powerful gun I have and shoot down in it a few times, see if it doesn't help open the vein back up. If that don't work, try 20 pounds of dry ice, a piece of wood, and set on top of it, the casing. It'll build pressure, try to open the veins up. And then lastly, a big commercial air compressor with a made piece on the end of it to stick down in the bottom with holes drilled in it to blow a bunch of air in there to try to blow the vein open. So I just got that out, and I'm trying to figure out how to shoot down in this hole and feel safe about doing it.
Maybe you should have asked him that on the phone.
And I don't want the gun to kick and hit the casing. So got my fancy GP 100 357, and I think that's what I'm going to use to shoot down in here.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna stand back, way back here. Way back here. Be careful.
Huh?
Be careful. I love you. Okay, method number 2. Not because first method didn't work. It's
we don't know if it did. I already got the pump out, so we're just gonna do ancient Chinese secret number 2. see if we make sure it works. So I got 20 pounds of dry ice, and I am told to dump it down in there and then sit on a board on top of the...
That's a board. He's considering that a board. That is not a board.
We got to Oh, and when I went and bought this, they like have a form in here to tell you how to take care of the do's and don'ts with dry ice.
Did you read it?
It didn't have pictures. Use caution with dry ice. Avoid contact with mouth, eyes, and skin. That pretty much it says don't do dumb shit.
Oh, that's, yeah.
That broke a lot easier than I thought. Ain't no joke.
You better toss it down there quick. Don't get it in your face. Watch your face. Oh, there goes those. Just to sit. Oh my God.
It's leaking. It's definitely got pressure. Don't bless her.
No, I'm not. Shit blows up, I'm staying away.
Sit on it. Come here.
I'm not coming over there. Well, today is Friday, and this is the current project. Cleaning out the back patio, removing the brick to this section, getting things ready for concrete pour. CJ has borrowed somebody's dump truck, and he's been hauling and gravel today. So we can put it back there, get everything squared away.
Where do you want me to dump it? Or where do you want me to start? Did you load it heavy shit?
It looks heavy.
You gotta let it sit and run for a minute or several minutes for the pump. And let the belts. Loaded on the front of it. Loaded up on the front of it, so
Drive, Big Daddy, drive. Well, it's Saturday, and for those of you that are wondering, so far what we did to our well is working. Yesterday we did 3 or 4 loads of laundry, 3 showers, and 1 bath, and so far all is good. We haven't tried yet to power wash the house or anything to stress it too much. That is coming, but hopefully, fingers crossed, what we did worked, so that's good. However, the dryer took a crap. The heating element went out of it, so we have one of those on order, and I'm going to repair that. Today's Saturday, and we are headed down to KD Dragway for some fun. CJ's already down here. He's changing the whole car over because the setup for what he had in it will not work for today. And we're going to just have a fun day racing. I think the weather's supposed to be good. A lot of other races got canceled. So a lot of people are headed here. I'm gonna pick up our pack of soft shell tacos so we can have some lunch and head on down. What pair are we?
Third. Huh?
Right lane.
Is that what you said you was racing me with? No, I didn't think so. Yeah, third pair, we got right lane. Right lane's not as good as the left. A lot of testing's been done on the left, so we'll see how it turns out. It's a low-cost race, out here having fun. I needed to come out here and get some passes on it anyway, just to get some passes. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. First round, third pair. First round we drew Brian Keller. I know him, he's a friend, and he's helped me out a lot, especially with my Ford, the Ford diesel. He's a Ford mechanic. But we drew him, and like, I know this car is fast. I know where it's been on good surfaces. I know when it makes a pass on a bad surface, it makes a pass. So I don't know what exactly to put in it. I still, whenever I got here, I still had the setup from last weekend in it. So I made some quick adjustments, but I didn't change the bar angle. I wanted to see what it was gonna do. And then just went with some settings that on the shocks that I had from last year, and an old test pass that I had here from last year. And then I made some adjustments to what I was thinking was gonna go down it. Realistically, I should have left it alone, I think, because I spun all the way out the back. The car was spinning. So I should have left it alone. Brian's a tough competitor. I hate anytime I have to race him because the car's fast, but that also makes us faster, makes me faster. So it was a good race, and we come out ahead going on to the second round. Okay, we got Top Fuel Tyler Cox. He just 2 weeks ago crashed his car at King of Columbus there at National Trails, and has struggled and pushed and stayed up long nights to get it back together. It's the first time out. First round was his first pass. He didn't even drive the car. He just kind of got it together the other night and loaded it in the trailer and come out. So he didn't make a pass first round. I got him second round. He had an issue with it going left on the first round, so he made some minor changes to try to straighten it out, and like it was a flip of a coin whether he was going to be able to make a pass or not. It pretty much made the same pass, just not as aggressive. It went left. He had to cut gas. So I ended up making it to the next round. I really wanted to have a good race with him. I wanted his car to make a good pass. He's, I think, one up on me. He beat me before. So now we're even, but like he's crippled, so I don't like to count it. Hopefully he can get it ironed out today now that he can test, and we'll see each other in the future.
What changes did you make this round?
I changed a little. Actually, I took some power out of it out back. Hit it just a tad harder. Made some shock adjustments. Seemed to work. It still lost a tire out the back. It's spinning real bad out the back. So I'm gonna take a bunch more out of it out there. Probably only run on a portion of what I have, maybe. I really don't know what I want to do yet. I gotta get a computer hooked up to it, see what I got going on, see if I can make a conscious decision, educated guess, or I'm gonna change something. I just don't know what it's gonna be or how it's gonna work. So that's where we're at. We're moving on, and we will see what next round brings. Chocolate?
Yep.
I likes chocolate. All right, Jordan Green. Got an S10, nice little S10. It's a LS twin turbo. We get him kind of talk a little bit about the lanes each other likes, and we like the different lane from what the other one likes. So we didn't have to do any kind of nothing on lane choice. Basically, just get our stuff ready and go up and race. So that's what we did. Went up, my crew done their thing, I did my thing, his crew did their thing. Connor hits the light, we leave, it wheelies, starts to wheelie, I cut gas, get back in it and upset the car. So it spun all the way out the back, and it got a little crazy towards the cone. Watching the video, he got real bad out the back too. So neither one of us made good passes, but we came out on top. We won the KD race, and that's a win in my book.
Did you guys split?
We did. We done a little split. Wasn't a whole lot of money, but we did do something to take care of both sides. So.
So we just finished up at KD, loaded up real quick. We were told there's another race in West Virginia, a track we haven't been to yet, one that CJ's been wanting to go to. So Connor went ahead and did chip draw and paid CJ's entry. He is on his way there to do that while we followed behind. It's a tight crunch to make it there on time, but we should make it before first round, so all will be good, and we get to try out this new track. I heard it's a very short shutdown, so not sure how that's going to go, but we're going to give it a try.
All right, so we just finished at KD. There's a group around us talking as the payouts coming out, and they said that there is a race at 52 Dragway, which I have no clue what 52 Dragway is or where it's at, because I've never heard it called that. Later on, once I figure out it's Tri-River, then I know what they're talking about. And it's a 300-foot track. It's really short track with really short shutdown. You don't realize it until you actually are there and see it, how short the shutdown looks. But so we pull in there and we're coming down the road. I look over as we come up on the track, and it's just, I mean, the ground's just full, plumb full of people. There's a bunch of cars there racing. They have several classes for a lot of different people, so you can fit in something there. Go up for chip draw and look at the track. It's better than what I like to race on. It's better than what the car was set up for. So I had to make some minor changes to the car that didn't take long, because I'm flopping back and forth so much. I'm starting to get used to what I need to do to try to make a good guess on a good surface. So the timing systems are on. They're going off the light. They're going off the tree, finish line beam. Typically I shy away from those. And this was a 300-foot track. I figured, what the hell? As long as stuff don't get out. That's because anybody that can do math can figure things out. So we went ahead and decided to stay, decided to race, and that's what we did. Round one, we draw chips. I draw a blue Mustang, beautiful blue Mustang. He's a local. He races there a lot. He knows how everything goes. And like, I've raced him before on the street. I didn't realize this, but he remembered and was talking to me about it up until the point that I did remember. And I'm sorry, but I do not remember your name. I'm horrible with names. I don't remember anybody's name really. But so we go up and run, do the burnout. This is my first pass there. Guess on what to put in it, guess on all of it, and like really don't know when I should hit the brakes and when I shouldn't, all that, because it's a very short shutdown. Do the burnout, back up, stage, he stage, lights come on, we go. The car don't wheelie, it shakes the tire a little bit, but it went straight as can be. Everything is good. He wheelied, couldn't make a good complete pass. I hit the parachute, I thought around 250 feet. It pops out at the finish line and then just kind of drags, bounces, and then about the time I go to make the turn, it ballooned out a little bit. So I learned from that I didn't need the parachute for what I was doing, and that the TBM brakes would stop me. And now I've got to pack a parachute. Obviously I hit it at the wrong time. So, but yeah, that's first round. That moves us on to second round of the small tire. There's 12 cars in it, so there's not gonna be a whole lot of passes needed. I'm fortunate at this point to have made it through first round. Got a little bit of the nerves out of me about the shutdown, and we go back to get the car turned around for the second round, and like people are coming up and talking to me and telling me, you know, great pass, nice pass. That's one of the faster passes the place has seen, or something like that, on a small tire, and this, that, and the other. And they're putting times out there that I went, and I'm like, how the hell are you figuring out? Like, how do you know what I went? And they was saying that they heard it up front. So apparently the tower, if somebody asks for the time, like if somebody from my crew asks what it went, the tower will radio it down to the staff. Well, whenever they was radioing it down, people gathered around so they could hear, and they heard, and then it goes out. Everybody knows how that goes. So
nothing new for them, but new for us.
Yeah, nothing new for them, but it's like, it slapped me in the face. I'm like, no, I don't like that. I mean, I don't have a super fast car. I don't have a super slow car, but I don't want people to know where it's at on different surfaces and stuff, because that's part of the game, honestly. If it's slower than what somebody thinks it is, they turn their stuff up to beat it. Or if it's faster than what somebody thinks, they leave their stuff turned down and I can beat it. It's about winning. We're trying to win. That's racing.
And that's also kind of what New Prep originally started out to be, like street racing.
Yeah,
so
you don't know what the other person's going. I mean, if you did, we'd just put the clocks on and bracket race. So yeah, went up, had a talk, and found out how it all transpired and what happened and all that, and asked that, you know, that don't happen. And they all agreed. They were easy to work with, easy to talk to, great crew, great people in the facility, everybody on the grounds. It was a really nice environment and place to be.
Yeah, and once they started going, it was flowing really nice.
They moved through it fast. So they obviously run it well, because they move through it pretty quick. Round two, we draw a Camaro. We did the ship draw, and I like shook his hand and told him good luck, be safe, and asked him what he had, and he's like, just an old Camaro. so I'm like, all right, perfect. Went back, finished getting the car turned around. They called us up to the lanes, come up to the lanes. We're first pair, I'm in left lane again. So I go right up to the front, right next to him. It wasn't probably a minute and a half later, they pulled us out. Do the burnout, tried to keep everything consistent with the first round, as the first round was a good pass. I made minor changes just to see if it would work. So do the burnout, stage, let go of the button, the car leaves, it doesn't wheelie, it still shakes the tire a little bit. Get down to the end, I don't pull the chute, I don't try to pull the chute, I get stopped, no problems. Didn't see the Camaro, don't know where he was at, but I knew that I had advanced. So we are now on to round 3 of small tire, which is putting us in the semifinals. Semifinals. We're drawing chips for semifinals. I go up. Actually, this is a story. Connor can't wait to draw a chip for me. He said, if there's a buy, I will draw it. If there's a buy, I will draw it. So I say, go get me the buy. I need that buy because I want to put something in the car to see what it will do here. I was like, I want to try to do something, and I need the buy to be able to do it. So he goes up, draws a chip, comes back, says your first pair right lane. Didn't get the buy. So we end up drawing a Vega, It's a tube chassis Vega. I believe it's a tube chassis Vega, small block, all motor car. So he's racing all motor and small tire. Beautiful car, sounds really good. I went up to watch him make an all motor pass in the all motor class, and it runs very well. It got a little crazy on him. He didn't make a clean pass, but it runs very well. So I've gotten to see the car run. I've got my ideas of what I need to do, which I didn't make any changes except a couple shock adjustments, and I left the leave up to a second alone, and then just played a little bit with it out back, which is a 300-foot track, so out back isn't very much. We go up, do the burnout, stage, the lights come on, he leaves, I leave. I was a little late on the light, driver error, my bad. I get back up next to him, and at the end, like, we're neck and neck. It's close. I felt that I was out in front of him. I hit the brakes, almost went into the gravel pit, had the car died. I hit the brakes so hard, back it up, pull around. Like, this whole time I thought that I had won. So I get back to the pit and get out of the car, and Jessica comes back and says, "What did you say?" I'm not 100% sure.
I don't remember what I said either.
But I was like, I thought I won that. Like, I felt like I was ahead of him. I honestly felt like I was ahead of him. And I go up to ask. I was just to ask. I was like, I felt like I was ahead of him, this, that, and the other. And they going off a timing system, so they show me the timing system, and they show me that I was late on the light, faster through the run. He was on the light, slower through the run. I get that. I still felt that I was out in front of him. Like, where his car was opposed to my car, I felt that I was out in front of him. So everybody says that he's got a video camera on his car because he also videos everything, and super nice guy. He'd be more than happy to show us a video. I go talk to him. I ask him if he felt that he was out front and he actually won it, and he said, I do. I asked him if I could see the video, because everybody said that and this is me talking to him. I was like, everybody says you got a video, you video your runs and everything too on the car. Do you have a video that I could see, just to ease my mind? Because we knew what our videos were showing, and it was that we were winning. And is it my girlfriend or wife or the lady that was with him said that they didn't have the video on that particular pass. Something that kept sticking with me afterwards, and it was also brought up, it caught somebody else's attention, was he said that there are no finish line cameras, thanks for coming. That was pretty much his departure words. So it is what it is. I've learned, if I was more disciplined on a tree, it wouldn't have been a question. People on the grounds thought that I had won, but some other people was talking and was saying that it's a possibility that because I have long travel struts and my front end will be this high going across the traps, that he's clicking it with the nose of his car and I'm clicking it with my front tires. I'm not 100% up on how that all works, but if that's true, this is an SN car, but that is, we're talking, what is that, 25, 28 inches that I have to beat everybody by to get a win light, if that's so. I'm not 100% sure, but it's what people was talking about and brought to my attention. If that's so, that's going to make it hard on a really close race in this kind of, I guess, situation to really be able to know. I mean, somebody else would have to say, yeah, he beat me for that to work, and ain't nobody going to do that whenever there's money on. Well, very few people will do that when there's money on the line. Yeah. So I guess whether I won or not, I learned that no matter what, I need to drill myself and I need to be disciplined and be on the light. The car was there to win it, and this is my wholehearted feelings. The car was there to win it. I failed the car by letting that happen.
But it's also, that's how they run things.
Yeah, that's how they run things. Nothing against any of them. great place to go. We had fun. Jess and I had talked, and I believe the rest of the crew is on board with it, that we're not going to go back and run on the timing system, but we will 100% go back and run on a flashlight start type of deal, just because it's a great environment.
Yep.
A fun place.
So those of you thought that we wouldn't never come to that track,
Yeah.
we could be back there.
Yeah, we may be back at some point.
Yep.
So thank you for everybody that stepped up to help, and that's all of everybody that came to help. Traveled. We got one family that had ball games all day, left the ball games, came to West Virginia to help with that. Gavin, he was there from morning till night.
Yep.
Connor, everybody.
Yep.
I mean, everybody that was there helping. We appreciate it.
Yep. Connor and Tony and
James
Tony's son and Gumber, all for giving us a little shove to try something new again this weekend.
It's their fault we went to 52 Dragway.
So you can blame it all on them.
Yeah, otherwise, I didn't even know they was racing. So
Yeah, our usual crew had things scheduled with their families and events and stuff, so that's why they were not there. So again, we greatly appreciate those people that just stepped up and started helping out. Okay, last edition.
Yeah. Big shout out to Tony with KD Dragway for stepping up to help take care of spark plugs this season in Raggedy Ann. So that's going to be a huge help. Thank you. Everybody go support them at KD.
How many spark plugs do you go through per race?
Right now, yesterday we went through 2 sets, so
Okay.
16 plugs.
All right. Thank you, Tony.
Yep, appreciate it.
April and May will be our spectator giveaway for KD Cash Days at the Hill, and includes a 2-night stay at a cabin, a $50 gas card, a $60 Rowdy's restaurant card, and 2-day, 2 spectators entry fee. New merch is included and the original design as well. Make sure you purchase online to enter.